I've spent years, a significant portion of my life, dedicated to the pursuit of truth, chasing stories in odd places, from bustling city streets to quiet, forgotten corners of the world, always seeking the untold narratives, following hunches and rumors, piecing together fragments of information like a complex jigsaw puzzle, hoping to reveal a bigger picture. Through dusty archives, sifting through countless documents, inhaling the scent of aged paper and forgotten secrets, and face-to-face encounters, building trust with sources, listening to their stories, and understanding their perspectives. But now, the search has shifted. The landscape of information has been transformed. Our trails are digital, leaving behind a footprint in the vast expanse of the internet. Scattered across social media feeds, a constant stream of opinions, updates, and shared experiences. Comment sections where debates rage and voices clash, revealing the raw, unfiltered thoughts of the online community, and late-night Google searches driven by curiosity, seeking answers to questions that keep us awake. The modern archive isn't a basement of yellowing papers. It's no longer confined to physical spaces. It's an endless, chaotic digital sprawl, a boundless ocean of data that seems to stretch on forever. Within this noise, this cacophony of information, there are hidden melodies waiting to be discovered. If you listen closely, attuning your senses to the subtle frequencies of the digital world, you'll catch the faint whispers of remarkable stories, tales that resonate with truth and human experience, ones that might have stayed invisible, lost in the digital shuffle, forever buried beneath the surface. In the flood of daily data, where information overload threatens to drown out everything else, it's strange to think a documentary could begin with an algorithm, a set of instructions designed to solve a problem. A machine spotting patterns in our online lives, identifying trends and connections that might otherwise go unnoticed. This isn't about replacing old-school reporting, the time-tested methods of investigation and storytelling, but adding a powerful new tool to the filmmaker's kit, expanding our capabilities and opening up new avenues for exploration. We're now digital archaeologists, carefully excavating the digital landscape, sifting through memes and viral trends, the fleeting moments that capture the collective attention of the internet, to find the human truth beneath, the underlying emotions, motivations, and experiences that drive our online behavior. The challenge is learning to read these new maps, deciphering the complex symbols and patterns of the digital world, navigating the digital haystack, searching for that elusive needle of truth amidst the overwhelming abundance of information, where sometimes the haystack itself is the story, the sheer volume and complexity of data revealing something profound about our society. It's daunting but thrilling, a constant learning process, a journey of discovery, a new frontier for storytellers, a vast and uncharted territory waiting to be explored. The key is not to lose our way, to remain grounded in our values and principles, or our humanity, in the process. To remember that behind every data point, there is a human being with a story to tell. The stories are out there, waiting to be uncovered, like hidden treasures buried beneath the surface, waiting to be found in the digital static, waiting for someone to listen, to care, and to share them with the world. Once upon a time, stories were whispered around crackling campfires, shared over steaming cups in cozy coffee shops. These were intimate settings, where narratives unfolded organically, fueled by personal connection and shared experiences. Now, our campfire is global, a constellation of glowing screens illuminating faces across continents. It's a digital hearth radiating stories at an unprecedented scale. Platforms like Reddit, with its sprawling forums and diverse communities, TikTok, the land of fleeting trends and viral sensations, and YouTube, the ever-expanding library of vlogs, tutorials, and documentaries, are where people confess their deepest secrets, celebrate their triumphs, and engage in passionate debates, where subcultures and social shifts first emerge, bubbling up from the digital depths and reshaping the world around us. These platforms are the incubators of modern culture. As an observer, a documentarian, it's like being a fly on the wall in countless living rooms, bedrooms, and even public spaces, all at once. You gain access to a level of intimacy previously unimaginable. On Reddit, you'll see raw moral dilemmas play out in real time, with users grappling with complex ethical questions and offering unfiltered opinions. On TikTok, a seemingly frivolous dance trend might unexpectedly spark deeper, more meaningful conversations about mental health, body image, or social justice. These digital interactions aren't just fleeting distractions. They're living, breathing ecosystems of human interaction, complex networks of connection and communication that are constantly evolving. They are veritable goldmines for documentarians seeking to understand the human condition in the 21st century. You can now immerse yourself in a community's unique language, inside jokes, shared anxieties, and collective aspirations in days, not months, allowing for rapid insights and a deeper understanding of contemporary culture. Of course, the digital world is, to a significant extent, a performance. People meticulously curate their lives, crafting idealized versions of themselves for public consumption. But even in this carefully constructed performance, there are glimpses of truth, moments of authenticity that shine through the filters and carefully chosen angles. The real story often lies in the gap, that fascinating space between the curated self, the persona we project online, and the real self, the messy, imperfect human being beneath the surface. The trick is reading between the lines, becoming a digital detective, remembering that behind every anonymous username, every carefully crafted avatar, is a real person with a story to tell, a voice yearning to be heard. The digital campfire is burning bright, casting its glow on the hopes, fears, and dreams of a global community. If you're ready to listen, to observe, and to understand the stories it has to tell. Online chatter can seem trivial, memes, viral debates, endless noise. But sometimes digital ripples become real-world waves, revealing hidden injustices or collective frustrations. Take quiet quitting. What started as a buzzword became a generational sigh, a story about work, identity, and meaning. Or look at health communities. People with rare diseases find solidarity and support online, exposing gaps in healthcare and stories of resilience. The data isn't just numbers, it's a chorus of human experience. The internet is now an early warning system where the powerless find a collective voice. Movements like anti-work or exposes of predatory industries often start as online murmurs. Our challenge is to listen, trace these echoes, and uncover the real-world stories they signal. The machine is talking, but it's telling us about ourselves. If we pay attention, we can hear the truth beneath the noise. The digital world is vast millions of posts, comments, and videos. Finding stories in this chaos is impossible alone. Enter AI, a tireless, lightning-fast research assistant that can spot patterns and trends we'd never see. Tools like Google Trends show what the world is searching for. Spikes in leaky roof searches might hint at a hidden crisis. More advanced tools scrape conversations from forums, then use AI to analyze sentiment and highlight core concerns. It's like running a massive instant focus group. Even language models like ChatGPT can help brainstorm story angles or summarize complex topics. AI won't give you a finished story, but it can jolt your thinking and organize the chaos. It's a collaborator, one that lives inside your computer. The key is knowing how to use it to find the human story within the data. With AI, we can see the forest for the trees and maybe spot the story hiding in plain sight. The machine helps us listen, but we decide what matters. Finding a digital spark, that initial flicker of an idea online, is just the start of a much longer journey. It's the first step in transforming fleeting online moments into something far more substantial and meaningful. Because the real work, the truly challenging and rewarding part, is turning that initial spark into a documentary flame. It requires dedication, meticulous research, and a deep understanding of the human condition. First, and perhaps most importantly, validate everything you find. Remember, the internet, while a vast resource, is also full of fiction, misleading information, and outright falsehoods. It's a digital landscape where truth and fabrication often blur. Therefore, cross-check online chatter, every claim and assertion with real-world data, verifiable facts, and credible sources. Don't take anything at face value. Next, and equally vital, humanize your story. Raw data, while informative, is inherently cold and impersonal. Documentaries are about people, and stories need a heart, a pulse of human emotion to truly resonate. Reach out to the people behind the usernames and avatars, listen to their voices, understand their perspectives, and build trust through genuine interaction. This is where the story truly comes alive, where it transcends the digital realm and becomes something tangible and relatable. It's when online personas transform into real complex individuals with their own hopes, fears, and motivations. AI can certainly help with research, sifting through vast amounts of information and providing valuable context and background. But remember, the human connection, that spark of empathy and understanding, is absolutely essential for compelling storytelling. With solid data, compelling human stories, and a clear understanding of the context in hand, you can begin to shape a compelling narrative arc that will captivate your audience. Focus on finding the beginning, the engaging middle, and the satisfying end to your story. The ultimate goal is to weave together the personal and the universal, showing how individual experiences reflect broader human themes. This is how you transform a fleeting digital whisper into a powerful and enduring human truth. Ultimately, it's a journey from cold algorithm to genuine empathy, from detached observation to profound human connection. The process of crafting a documentary is undeniably rigorous, demanding attention to detail and unwavering commitment. But it's precisely within this rigorous process that the magic truly happens, where creativity flourishes and stories find their voice. The digital world, with all its complexities and contradictions, gives us the initial sparks, the seeds of potential stories. But it's ultimately up to us, the storytellers, to nurture those sparks and build the fire, to transform them into something truly meaningful. And that, in essence, is the craft of modern documentary storytelling, a blend of technology, empathy, and unwavering dedication to the truth. And it all starts, as it always has, with a simple yet powerful force: curiosity. Imagine this. Trend analysis shows fewer young people searching for model trains, but a spike in 3D printing custom train parts. It's a contradiction. One world fading, another being born. Odd, but that's where the best stories live. I'd use AI to analyze chatter in model train and 3D printing forums. Traditionalists express nostalgia and worry. Innovators are excited, sharing designs and ideas. The story isn't about a dying hobby, it's about evolution. Next, I'd find the people, a retired engineer building trains for decades, fearing the craft is lost, a young tech student 3D printing her own designs, redefining the hobby. Their stories reveal passion, legacy, creativity, and change. The documentary would bring these worlds together, not a conflict, but a gentle exploration of how passions are reinvented. It's a story that began with a curious search query and became a portrait of transformation. Sometimes, the smallest digital signals lead to the richest human stories. That's the power of looking deeper. With new methods come new responsibilities. Observing online conversations is easy. Stepping into them is delicate. Every post is written by a real person. We owe them respect and care, just as we would face-to-face. Verification is crucial. An online rumor can ruin lives. Fact check, seek multiple sources, and always offer a right to reply. Don't amplify noise, seek the truth. Privacy and consent matter. Public posts aren't open invitations. People deserve transparency and the right to say no. Never pressure someone to share more than they're comfortable with. We're story seekers, not voyeurs. Avoid sensationalism. The internet rewards outrage, but real stories often lie in nuance and quiet dignity. Our goal is understanding, not exploitation. We're temporary visitors in people's lives. Tell their stories with truth, ethics, and compassion. The digital world is real life, and our duty is to honor that. Ethics aren't optional, they're the foundation of trust. That's how we do justice to the stories we find. Using AI might sound daunting, but you can start right now with free, simple tools. Here's a beginner's toolkit for digital story hunting. First, pick your playground or Reddit community, a TikTok hashtag, a niche YouTube channel. Don't try to analyze the whole internet. Spend a week lurking, read, watch, and learn the culture. Next, use Google Trends. Type in keywords you've noticed. Are they rising or falling? Where are they most popular? Compare trends. Sometimes the graphs reveal cultural shifts. Then talk to an AI like ChatGPT. Share your findings and ask for story angles focused on the human element. Use the AI's ideas to spark your own imagination. Finally, look for the person. Find a post or comment that's especially insightful or emotional. Don't contact them yet, just remember behind every data point is a human being. This keeps your search grounded in empathy. The goal isn't just to find a story, but to understand the people behind it. That's where true discovery begins. Technology is a tool, not the future of storytelling. AI can spot patterns, but it can't feel loneliness or understand a trembling voice. The real craft lies where machines can't go, in silences, glances, and trust built face to face. Empathy and artistry are human skills. AI can suggest themes, but only we know which ones matter. We should embrace these tools, but keep perspective. Let AI do the heavy lifting so we can connect, empathize, and interpret. The future isn't human versus machine. It's a partnership. Technology helps us find stories. Our humanity lets us tell them. That's the heart of documentary filmmaking. We're drowning in information, but that means more stories than ever are waiting to be found. Anyone with curiosity and an internet connection can become a story seeker. The tools are simple and accessible. Modern literacy is spotting truth in the digital noise. See the internet as a living archive of the human condition, not just a distraction. Start small. Pick a corner of the web, dig in, and follow your curiosity. Use the tools, look for patterns, and don't worry about finding the perfect story right away. The goal is to practice seeing, asking, what's really going on here? The digital world reflects us, our hopes, anxieties, and dreams. By navigating it with curiosity and compassion, you'll find new ways to understand our world. The hunt is on, and you're invited to join. Let's find the stories that matter, together.